Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Teresa Ivanore's coloring community. And my name is Teresa Ivanore, and I would like to introduce to you one of my most recent resources that I haven't had an opportunity to film until today. It is Volume 9, Part 1, Colored Pencils. What it is it's a comparison between Prismacolor pencils and various media sets, also known as pencils of different brands. So today I'd just like to give you a quick overview of the resource book because it is quite thick. And I apologize if you get a glare. There's a glossy cover on the volume, so it's picking it up, and I'm not very technical with the camera and whatnot, and Paul is not available to fix it for me. So bear with me here for a moment. So this volume is part 1. I have yet to finish part 2 because I've been helping our members with other requests, and our members in Teresa Ivanore's coloring community on Facebook is a priority for me so that they can enjoy their coloring as much as possible. So let's quickly go through this volume so that you can see how valuable it is. Our members have been raving about the volume, and should you have purchased it either through Amazon or through PDF directly from me, please do what you can to provide feedback on Amazon or in our Facebook group, just so that other members understand what you feel and think about the volume and how well it's been helping you. So here we go. It starts with a little preamble about the book and how it will help you throughout your coloring. And the main part here is it just shows you how I store my pencils and how I number them, and also how this book worked. So what I've done is I've taken the Prismacolor Premier pencils and I've made little swatch cards, as you can see. And I've put a hole through them so that I can compare them with each and every set of media that I used into this volume. Now, as you can tell, the book is very large, so there was only an availability of 41, and I hope you can see the contents of it. Basically, the colored pencils that are in here are Amazon, Arteza colored pencils, they're watercolor pencils, Black Widow, except for the most recent, which is the Monarch, because this book was published prior to Monarchs, or prior to Black Widow unveiling the Monarchs. So then there's also the Blick Studio, and then of course the Caran d'Ache, Luminance, Pablo, and then we're going into Castle Art, the Colleen, the Color It pencils, Crayola, Crazy Art, Derwent. We have in here Artists, Color Soft, Inktense, Lightfast, Pastel, Pro Color, Watercolor. And then, of course, we go into Faber-Castell. And Faber-Castell, we have the Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils. They're classics. And we also have Goldfaber, the watercolor, and also the regular pencils, the polychromos. And then we go into Fila, Gang Hui, their watercolors and their regular pencils. And then we also have the Koh-i-Noor. Now, I know Koh-i-Noor has unveiled the 144 set. This is only for the 72-piece set, but it will still help you immensely. Then we have the Lyra Polycolor and their watercolor, and then Marco Raffines, Marco Renoir, the Master 150, Mitsubishi, and of course, the infamous Prismacolor. We have the Scholars and the Premiers in here. And then we have the watercolor, I can't pronounce this properly, but we'll try Sherper Farben, if I said that correct. If not, I apologize to the company because they're great pencils. And then the Tombow, the Xenacolor 2, and then of course there's additional resources at the back of the book. So as you can see, there's quite a variety of different brands that are attached in here that will definitely help you throughout. Now, I apologize, cat hair. So this is how it works, and I'm going to flip the book. Hopefully you can see it. So how each page and how each media works is that on the left-hand side, we have the media. So this one is that we're looking at is Amazon Basics. So all their colored pencils are listed in this section on each page. Now it's like this available because a lot of our members prefer having half-cut pages, which basically would look like this. I just haven't hole punched mine, and I'll provide you a visual of it. Half page. So that's what the design is for in the book, because it's also available in PDF form directly through me, and you can contact me through our website or leave me a message in YouTube, and I will certainly get back to you. So then it's just cut, and you can get it coiled or use the small half size binders to put it in. So that's what this is all about. And that's why it kind of looks funny until you get used to it. So let me put that one away. So like I said, first set of columns, which are basically 3 columns, which has my numbering system in it. It's just the way I store my pencils, and many members have incorporated their stock and their media according to my numbers as well, so that they can follow with color combinations. You're more than welcome to use the system. Absolutely. So this first section and this first section is the media. Then on this side, which is the Prismacolor combination or colors, pardon me, in here, it gives you an opportunity to say, let's say you find in one of the groups, there's a combination that you absolutely love, and it is only in Prismacolors. So what you want to do is pick up the Prismacolor combination and say, I only have the Amazon Basics. I haven't invested in the Prisma Premier yet, but I really like that combination. How can I convert it? So this is where you get the information from. So let's say it is, I'll just pick these 3 here, red, geranium red, and the carmine. So you have your pencils in your hand, the Amazon Basics, and now you want to know what the difference is between the Basics and going into the Prisma Premier. So it's easy. You open your book, you look at the numbers, and this 511 geranium red would be comparable, in my opinion, because these are also not exact. They are the most convenient and closest color possibility. Like I said, I matched them. Let's go back to the beginning here. I match them on top of one another. Remember this swatch chart? That's what I did through each and every color, through each and every media set that is in this book. So most compatible color or comparison for the geranium red would be 511 geranium red would equal PC 926 carmine red, and so on and so forth. So when you go through them, you've got your carmine would be equivalent or comparable to the pomegranate in Prisma. So if that combination is somewhere on the internet or someone shared it in one of the groups and you fell in love with it, don't feel bad, because if it's one of these 41 different sets of media, you can find them throughout the book, and you will get a comparable image to what they have shown in their artwork. I hope everybody's following along. So then in here, you also have at the end of each set, a little practice image that you can try the combo in here and see if you like it, or you can mark down in here your extra combos that you like for that brand. It's just enough to give you a little bit of space to work with, and it's like that throughout each and every section of the book. So just to give you a little scroll through, there's the Arteza colored pencils. Then you've got, these pages are not bad because it's technically a resource book, but a little bit of space for you to have the practice. The Arteza watercolors, and so on and so forth. There's the Black Widow, and I'm going to just flip this around here a bit, and we're going to do a flip through. So you can see there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different ideas throughout here. And it really, really does help you a lot. Now, let's say you have a Caran d'Ache combination that you found on the internet. It's in the, the luminance coloring group. Here's the luminance. You can do the same thing. It's not just one-sided. So let's say in here you found a combination online that's an orange, a carnelian, and anthraquinoid pink. Of course, I had to pick the hardest word to say. Their combination that you found online are those 3. Well, what colors are comparable to Prismas? You don't have to think. You don't have to pull out all your 150 pencils and color a little swatch down to take a look and see if you can find something comparable, because now you can automatically go to the book, flip to the Caran d'Ache luminance, look at the color numbers or names, find it, and see right across. So you take your finger right across, pretty easy, and say, okay, it's 918, it's orange, that matches their orange, the most compatible out of the entire set. So if you have the Prisma Premier and it's a 150 piece set, luminance, first of all, yes, they've come out with the 100 piece, but this is only for the 76, because of course, same thing, the book was published prior to the unveiling of the new colors. So in here, when you're looking at the 76, you have 150 colors in Prismas to go through to try and see what's most compatible. Now you may find in here, let me see if I can find one quickly for you. You may see that the same color is suggested twice. Let me try a bigger set because that will explain more and show you. Prismas with the 150 gives you quite a variety to use. In here, I know we have the 160 set right here, the Gang Hui. I hope I'm saying it correct. You'll look in here on this side, you know that number 76 in the Gang Hui and the 87 are comparable to Jasmine, because Jasmine's on here twice. So it's not 100% accurate. It is comparable to the color so that you can get similar and very close results to the art. So all of them are listed alphabetically, and the Prismas are sorted by alphabetical if it's done through the alphabetical on this side. So it's easy to follow along. Just scroll through the numbers to see with Gang Hui. They are in, it looks like, color order. So color order would follow, and you could see, and actually as you're scrolling through, you can see how they're in the yellow, the orange, the reds, the pinks, etc., etc. So this will definitely help you for any type of media that is stored in this volume. And like I said, I am working on the marker side of it. It's just going to take a little bit longer because we're still working on volume 7 in between all the free resources in our file section in Teresa Ivanore's Coloring Community Facebook group. Okay, there are more than, last count, I think more than 600 different swatches that have the up-to-date colored pencils, markers, water color, paint pans, things like that. All the most recent colors are always updated, but right now we did a major revamp in the file section, so there's tons and tons of free resources. So if you're interested in anything remotely close to coloring ideas and different practice forms and swatch forms and resources, feel free. We welcome you to come join us over at Teresa Ivanore's Coloring Community. And make sure you answer the 3 questions so you don't have a delay in coming into the group and getting lost in the sections, as many of our members say. They are entering the files section and come up about 3-4 hours later because there's an abundance of resources in there. And those are to help our members. And of course, these volumes that are for sale help me be able to turn around and obtain the supplies to help all members within the community. So if you have any questions or comments regarding the resources or the information of the books or the files in the file section, feel free to contact us and post a note into the Facebook group, and we will definitely help you. So I want to keep this short for you. If you have any comments, please mark them down in YouTube. You can find this volume attached to the YouTube videos in my channel, and just search for Teresa Ivanore's Coloring Community and you'll find YouTube on there. And also same thing with Facebook. I look forward to hearing from you and wish you all happy days and stay safe from this wonderful COVID-19, pandemic that we are all experiencing across the world. God bless you all. Take care.